Hello guys, welcome back. So now we have seen HTML and Angular tags. We'll go to next topic, that is Angular directives. So Angular directives is a way to teach HTML a new structure, behavior or logic in Angular. There are two types of Angular directives, that is structural directive and attribute directive. So structural directive change the structure of DOM by adding or removing elements. So whenever you have to change the structure of a DOM by adding or removing elements, then you use structural directive. So that's why I've said change in DOM. Yes, using structural directive we can change the DOM structure. Structural directives can be applied both on HTML and Angular tags. So as you can see, I have mentioned here structural directive used with HTML elements. You can use these, and structural directives used with Angular template. So in some of the so you might have a misconception that the star ngif and ngif might be so this is only used for used as structural directive, and this is only used as attribute directive. No, both ngif used with star and uh, ngif used with square braces, they change the structure of DOM, so it will be referred to as structural directive. So ngif is structural directive, ngif then, ngif else, if then, ng for all uh, change the structure of DOM, so we say it is a structural directive. But when you go to attribute, when we see attribute directive modify the behavior or appearance of an existing element. So is there a change in DOM? No, there is no change in structure of a DOM. So all the attribute directives doesn't change the structure of DOM, so that is why we use it. And uh, even attribute directives can be applied both on HTML tags or Angular tags. And you should note that it can be used with square braces or without square braces. So the ones without square braces are called static, and we don't recommend to use that. It's always not recommended. But the ones with square braces are considered as dynamic, so we always use it in our code. So attribute directive are, if you see ng class, ng style, all this change in modify the behavior or appearance of an element. So ng class does that, ng style does that, ng model, all these are attribute directives. So which one to choose when, that you need to decide. Like if at all you need to change the structure of a DOM by adding or removing elements, then use structural directive. If you want to change the style or behavior, then use attribute directive. Again, I said uh, these are structural directive. Ng if then, if else, for you can refer to this section for the structural directive and this section for the attribute directives. I hope you have understood. This is very important. Thank you.